hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals.
I like that.
David Meaden here with Jacques Ryan Phillips
How you going, guys?
commentating.
Welcome to our 2022 SADL Div 1 Premiership.
Yeah, we've got Glenside Gorillas, Glen Osmond? Glenside? Glen
Got me there.
something,
Do we have a
Gorillas.
playlist? We know the players so well,
Yeah,
but the team names, they change
I'm pretty
every
sure it's Glen Osmond.
All right.
Glen Osmond Gorillas closest to us and Woodside Warriors at the far end.
I think it's going to be an exciting game. They're two very dynamic teams to watch.
Yeah.
And I think I'm glad that they're the ones. I mean, I would have liked it if we made it, but but of course, I think it'll be a really good game.
Yeah. I think
And we're off Elizabeth.
Gorillas really need to be careful of the catches. Woodside got, I want to say like 9 or 10 catches in their game to get a nice 3-point victory over Sabres. Nice
Good
hit from
start
Matt
with some
Reinhart.
big hit from Matt, and Alex is very slippery, very hard to hit. It's a bounce, nearly hitting Don. Jimbo. Gorillas with advantage. Good look by Joe. Taz getting out of the way. Dodge by Don, looks for the counter. Oh, it's a hit by Joe onto Julia, taking that
Try to
inside
turn
throw.
to the mic.
All right.
We've got a little bit of a weird setup because all our equipment broke. So,
Classic.
apologies.
All right. Nikki cleaning up Joe, Jimmy cross-courting Nikki.
And then Keenan
getting
taking
clean
him
up,
out.
and then Matt stepping up.
Georgia with a nice catch. And this is exactly what I mentioned.
Yes.
Sabres were just giving Georgia, all the girls from Woodside Warriors took collectively like 11 or 12 catches.
It's insane. And
Like,
what a game to, like, for opening set, clutch a catch on Taz as well. Very impressive.
now, if I'm Gorillas, I just, and
That's
a
a
nice hit from
Keenan
Keenan.
onto Matt. That's pretty clutch. Look at the ladies left from Gorillas. They're no slouches. Lucy definitely wrecked us in a couple sets in our game. And Rosie's a veteran, of course. Rosie's no longer on
Russell.
court, regrettably.
Jinxed her.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rosie. That's,
Alex Russell with a
certainly
nice,
is.
getting a big fake to his girlfriend.
yep. A big smile there. We'll be having a lot of fun playing against each other.
And it will be a nice throw down the line. Keenan finding it and
Nearly getting through. Lucy sort of fumbling but making it connect.
yeah, it just looked like she was disappointed from getting hit, but I think that was just like
no,
a
it was just an awkward block.
Yeah.
But she definitely got to it.
3. Nice block up there. 4 balls on the side.
Just insanely difficult to get out, this Lucy.
Yeah, she's a nice, good young prospect.
Yes.
You know, will be
When she's
just throwing solos here from Warriors. I
they,
don't think that's how you're going to get her out. She took some good catches on the 1-ball plays from Michael Goldfinch in the last game.
Yeah, I mean, she caught us to change that set whilst holding a ball.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it's good positioning, but you always got to wonder sometimes.
Yeah.
Got to wonder if that's what they intended.
There is a bit of luck involved in dodgeball for sure.
It's a lot about positioning,
Yeah.
and that's your consistency. It comes from where you position.
3 balls on the side. Just committing one from Keenan.
Another one. They just want to do that solo onto her. What they really want is probably to jump her hard.
Yeah, I think just catch her in transition.
Yeah, she's kind of too smart for that. She's walking up with 3. She's ready. Ooh, that was pretty close on that one.
Just jumping over these. Russell.
They're not giving her anything easy.
Georgia, nice ducking out of the way there.
Yeah, clearly that wasn't the one.
We'll be back to 3 balls.
There we go. You got to try the 2-ball. Oh, it was a good look by Georgia. If it had connected, it would have been very clutch.
Look, you catch Taz, you're feeling yourself a little bit.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, I can catch people.
Just put it a bit higher than Georgia was really hoping
Yeah,
for.
just a nice hit off the left shoulder
Like a
there.
high chest. That's kind of it's difficult to deal with it when you're receiving that throw up.
Yeah. Like perfect spot to aim.
Yeah.
If you're versing a catcher, just give it off their shoulders.
Yep. Or through their hip. I like to say through the hip. Preferably non-dominant side.
I don't know what dominant hand Georgia is. Right? No, she's left,
right.
I think.
Is she left? We'll have to
Ah,
check it
no,
out.
we'll check it. We'll check it.
We'll suss it.
Just set going for a long time. Keenan going for a reaction catch there.
You see, honestly, you see this a lot against Lucy. It's just a war of attrition, and then people get desperate because she's just truly impossible to hit out. But then, on the other side right now, you got Alex, who falls into the same category in a lot of ways, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's just from day dot, he's just been one of
like
those
he is
insane...
a bit more... Nice block there. He is a bit more prone to, like, impatience.
Okay.
I think there are, like, playing with him on Sundays.
Yep.
It's a different beast, obviously.
Okay.
It's, like, more chill versus...
Yeah, no, I see that.
But
I don't think he's a more patient player than Lucy, to be honest.
Yeah. I think he's like I like things to happen. Like, if I'm in a 1v1 for, like, 2 minutes, I'm like... Someone's gonna hit someone.
30 seconds for me, and I'm bouncing off the walls. I'm terrible
let's
like
go.
that. Yeah.
I reckon we could be here for a while. And I think
that
Jess
was
is
a hit.
calling that a hit, Marty's calling
That
that
to
a
me looked like a hit. But up to the refs. Yep, the refs are calling the hit. No? The refs are talking? No. I'm unsure on that one. I believe we are... Yeah, we're calling that one a hit.
Jess called it a hit, Marty called it a bounce, and then I think they just quickly came to the agreement that it was a hit.
Certainly looked like it came through block.
Not through something, just whether it bounced first before it hit her in the leg or...
Yeah. Ooh. Line ref falling over on court there.
Ooh.
Just can't get good help nowadays.
Lucky born giving line refs a bad name.
Yeah. Shout out to our line refs though, and our refs. We got Kai and Lockie in the corners doing the line reffing, and we got Marty and Jess who are
reffing the
doing
big
our main
match.
reffing. I don't know.
Look, I hate reffing finals, so
it's pretty nerve-wracking. These are two explosive teams, to say the least.
I mean, we saw before, like the 4 counters, people getting hit left, right, and center. So Warriors with a nice hit up. Don getting found by Joe.
Slipping through Jim's block.
Nikki.
Good follow-up. Good follow-up by the Gorillas.
Yeah, nice little stagger there from Joe and Matt.
I reckon that might have been a solo, and then Matt seeing the opportunity capitalized on that. Nikki on the ground. That's good.
Vanessa stepping on court for Woodside Warriors.
Another one of the ladies you were saying was taking heaps of catches, I assume?
Dude.
Yeah.
Like all 3 of them. All 3 of them went hard.
Yeah, true. I could see that.
Yeah, with a nice counter.
They're all terrifying catching threats.
I think Julia got two 1v1 sets. Nice disarm from Matt. Things are just going left, right, and center. It's a little bit hard to keep up, but I do believe Drew with a fantastic shag there.
Yep.
Not letting the 5th ball go over to Woodside Warriors.
Woodside wanting to make something happen here.
Just a solo. Joe looking for it.
There's a block from Alex.
They just let it roll. Lucy with some nice cover on the other
Hopefully
side.
Hopefully to go to the shagger. Looks like it just does.
Just is.
Yep. Beautiful. With 4 balls, Woodside are going to have to come to the line again.
I think they'll throw another single. Yep, Keenan this time trying his best.
It's typically the tactic. If you're down on players, you want to just put the 3 ball on the other team, let them come to the line, look for some counters maybe.
Yeah, nice block from
Just
Vanessa.
look for a good solo too.
And if we're following a trend, it should be Russell's throw here. And he's nodding. I'm calling it. There we go. Goes for a nice cross. Vanessa fighting a nice hit.
It was a good look by Nessie. She saw, unfortunately that rollback really made that.
Yeah,
it made that play a little less worthwhile. But if they had got that ball back and you end up with 2 there.
Russell's being found.
You see them coming to the ball with 5 balls. Coming to the line with 5 balls. If you don't get a hit there, you've got to worry.
Yeah.
Or it's a great dodge.
Good dodging. Good rummaging on the round by Keenan.
Good block, Nessie.
Keenan looking for the little spoon up there, just couldn't get to it.
Yeah, nearly.
There'll be 4 balls.
Oh, Nessie losing.
Vanessa with an unfortunate.
Nessie's just throwing everything here. Even one unintentionally.
Even when she doesn't want to throw, she's throwing.
She's like a machine gun out there. Keenan
nice blocks from Keenan.
Very nice.
Very quick reactions.
Yeah.
I don't have those reactions.
No, me neither. half asleep out there.
Messi.
Oh,
And
nice.
Keenan with a nice follow-up on the cross there.
Good backup by Keenan. He might have been able to get that ball, but probably not into 3 Gorillas balls, having said that. So they did the right thing in letting it go. Don't want to give up
Matt
players for
Reinhardt
balls.
switching to the right wing there, going for a 2-hit.
clip.
Finding him on the shoulder.
Oh.
Matt just getting a little bit overzealous after getting that hit. Trying to go for another one.
You gotta just back yourself sometimes. Oh,
And a
knee.
nice hit.
Yep.
Nice hit from Vanessa. Nice no look.
Yep. Rosie trying to sneak up on her, not quite getting away with it. Matt just saying, here you go, we want to jump you.
Take a ball.
Yep. There it is.
And focusing a little bit
on the
Matt.
finger. I hope she didn't hurt herself.
She's holding her finger a little
Holding
bit.
her hand. Wonder if we'll take her off. It looks like it, yep. Yeah, she's going to drop herself out. Caught that one right on the finger, apparently. Poor thing.
1-1. About 9 minutes and 45 seconds. And yeah, Nessie will come off, Julia will be back on, and Jimmy will be off, and Matt Maguire, the two Matts running together.
Ooh, nice
Julia
rush.
getting found off the rush, Nikki.
Matt going to Lucy. Lucy getting a good throwaway and cleaning Julia up. Julia, I think that was Julia's first appearance, right?
No, she
played
started
first
on
serve,
it.
yeah. It was very nearly a hit on
Nikki.
Nikki. Just managing to slip under that.
Very close.
Tried the same thing as earlier. They nearly got him for it again.
Will be 4 balls on the side of Warriors. Joe with a nice pickup.
Not quite connecting there.
Not finding anything.
2 solos.
2 solos. Keenan down the line, Georgia down the line, basically.
You do want to sync up when you're playing this level.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
nearly.
Joe getting found by Nikki. It does spoon over, but no one's really in a position to get to it.
Oh, it's interesting. Gorillas are usually all over those rebounds.
Absolutely.
Too focused. They're ready for the next hit. Oh,
Nikki get
great positioning by Lucy there. Lucky that the first throw came in underneath, but did manage to get out of the way and come over the top.
Don was ready for the counter, and he decided not to take it on Lucy, who was wide open.
Maybe
there,
reset
yeah.
for the... I mean, honestly, seeing some of the balls that get thrown at Lucy, that was probably a good call by Don. She just always seems to be ready.
But Don throwing down the line at Taz.
Yep, and that's
Taz
a big hit.
almost
hit.
trapping it, but just not finding it.
And maybe that was just the tactical choice. Like, rather than take the solo that's uncertain there, let's go forward, get the double. Players like Taz, great at blocking solos as well. So you gotta be gotta commit. When
Even though they had 4 balls, taking that solo with more pressure on your wing on the other side of the court, a lot better than just taking a counter when you're the only person up. They know it's coming from you if it does come.
Warriors coming forward.
It's been a really slow, grindy game at the moment. Nice finding.
It's had
from
some
Keenan.
moments. Had some moments of explosiveness.
I just mean we've had 3 sets in 13 minutes.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's unusual for these teams. Not wanting to slip up, I think.
Yeah.
You don't want to overcommit, get a bit over the top. Keenan falling over.
Taking the nap.
Yeah, having a bit of a lie down, striking a pose.
Will be 3 balls on the side of Warriors. They are up players.
Ooh.
Don finds a nice hit onto Rosie.
Curved in that one. Anticipated the dodge maybe. Matt wanting to clear advantage there. Looking for a sneaky little hit, but...
Just keep it from the back of the play.
Yep.
It's going a little bit too high, so it's not going to get caught. And just find a counter potentially. Don with a cross court.
It was a good look.
And Lucy not feeling that pressure down the line, also taking a throw.
Nearly rising up into Matt's jump there. Keenan not quite connected.
Nice look.
Don hitting Lucy.
And Georgia!
Georgia just sneaking one in right onto Matt's foot. As if to say, don't forget me. I'm still here. I'm ready for you. Don't mess with me. I've already caught Taz. I'm ready to do some more damage.
And she won
Shout
a
out
team
to
the set.
Georgia. Yeah, hell yeah, she did. Big shout out to Georgia win.
Just over 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. It was 2-1 Woodside Warriors way. Whoa. Russell!
Ooh, nearly came back down for the catch, but no one was ready for it again. Again, Woodside, they're a team that are usually all over that shit. So it's interesting to see them not getting that rebound.
Both teams maybe getting those little bit of nerves.
Yeah.
Taz finding the better end of Vanessa this time.
It's a different game. The finals, sort of more intense out there, let me tell you. I know it doesn't necessarily look like it on the stream, but these balls are moving fast.
Quick.
Yep.
Very quick.
Yep. I'd be surprised if you see a ball fly at less than 80 kilos? 80 kilometers.
Kilos,
yeah.
baby.
An 80 kilo ball.
They're
Imagine
heavy,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
That would be terrifying.
It's a hefty ball. No, what I meant to say, of course.
Nikki finding Matt Reinhardt.
Yes, very nice.
They're coming fast.
They're coming quick. They're coming quick.
They're coming.
Mostly over 90 k's an hour, I'd say.
Yep.
But generally at least over 80 k's an hour. Yeah.
Matt Maguire finding Don. Just a lightning quick ball there as we're talking.
Yep. Just curved it right into him. Exactly the time you'd want.
Julia throwing. Nikki with a nice block. And it will be 4 balls on the side of Warriors coming up. Feel like Nikki's going to throw. Yep, straight down the line.
Looks like it.
Taz with a nice block, and it will give advantage over to Gorillas.
Moving to line. You can probably see a solo here. Nearly hit from that. Lucy looking for something.
Everyone throwing down the line. Nobody finding anyone.
We're testing each other. Joe gone into the middle, putting Taz out on the wing.
And Julia finding Taz. Nikki just doing all that he can to survive. Just some really nice blocks coming out here. Survive one from Lucy, from Matt Maguire, and Taz.
Yeah, he's getting there just in time, isn't he?
Down the line on the bounce.
Nearly got Rosie's foot, but it just grounded out.
Keenan can't find the counter off.
Gorilla's in a strongish position here. They're a player up. They wanted to seal the deal here. Oh, nearly. Rosie not quite getting through Nikki's block again. Ooh, that's close.
Joe Chescato loves a good counter on the left there.
He does. He does like a good
I did his stats game in the last round, and he took about 30 throws more than his entire team because
love that.
He loves a pre-counter.
Fair enough.
And Matt Maguire getting a nice bait on Keenan. Keenan just sending it high, bringing 5 balls on the sides of Gorillas. So they'll probably look to take out Nikki here. Really delayed, but it works out for him.
I mean, he dodges big.
He does dodge big.
You got to recognize that he's got a big dodge, and he's been blocking very solidly.
True.
Ideally, 2 of those would have been together, but 1, 2, 3, probably better than all 3.
Worked out.
Yeah.
Julia jumping over Joe's ball.
And it's a good mix up. You see it go down a lot, so it's good to see like the players recognize their patterns and pick their feet up.
Getting some hops, getting some mad hops.
Yep. You see the players, you verse players at this level, and you find that they do anticipate where you're going to dodge if you do it the same way each time.
And like, we verse each other all the time.
Oh
like, You can't be stuck in the same pattern, otherwise you're just going to get. That's
it. Too predictable otherwise.
You're not going to have a fun time, basically.
Exactly.
Unless you like supporting your team from the sidelines.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at that.
I'm also very good at that.
Yeah.
Just a really delayed. I think they had a bit of miscommunication. Julie just yelled out sorry as she threw her ball.
Yeah, you see the 5 ball there, and even though they got 2 players onto 4, you still want to see a coordinated double there.
Exactly.
Preferably on ball, but maybe mix up.
But maybe you look inside. Everybody's looking for ball carriers at the moment. Maybe mixing it up into centers, just whittling those numbers down. Joe with another counter, giving 5.
He loves those. He absolutely loves those.
He loves them.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good mix up.
Yeah.
And it is a bit of a stalemate out there. He got me with a couple last game.
And I think he plays for the mind game of like, surely he's not going to pre-counter me 19 times in a row.
Oh yeah.
And on that 19th time, he's like, still got you.
He sure
Keenan
is.
finds a nice hit and gets under Joe's ball.
Yeah.
Lucy out for Gorillas there, and it will be 2-3.
Right onto the foot there. Well placed by Keenan. Oh, that was very close.
Very close.
Yeah. Must have just grounded out. From behind, it didn't look great.
Letting them fly. Keenan with a nice throw onto Rosie this time.
Yep.
Julia just being the target while Keenan just gets to throw balls at people and get them out.
It was actually quite good for follow-up from Matt Maguire as well, but Keenan just slamming down that block. He just picked that ball up and he just went, no, thank you. Basically sat down to legs crossed.
So that was a good solid double out of Keenan and Julia. One went high, one went low, but Joe was just able to jump over one and block the other.
Julie's a bit of a stone wall, especially in these situations. Pretty hard to get through those blocks.
Never wavering. And it will be 5 balls. Joe's probably going to look for something. Gives up 6.
Oh, Julia,
And Julia
looking for the catch.
Oh, no.
You see her dropping it, looking to clean. Oh.
And Keenan finds it.
And even in the wake of that, just saying, no, let's double this up.
Gave Joe a false sense of security.
Yeah, Joe thought he was pretty clever having obtained those balls from Julia, but no, it didn't work out.
And
Matt Maguire, let's see if he can bring it back.
Julia and Keenan bringing it down from a 2v5, 2v4.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think it was 2v5.
2v5,
Yeah.
bringing it down, and
There
Keenan.
is a very good result for the Warriors. That's going to be some extra ground that we've got to make up for Gorillas.
There will be
It's
one
still
more
very
set.
much within reach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. There
Yeah.
will be one more set in sudden death.
Yep.
The score is 1-3.
If Gorillas can take this sudden death set, that's only 2-3.
Yeah,
That's basically even going into the second half.
Yeah, essentially.
If Warriors can take this set, it's going to be a hard slog for Gorillas to come back in the second half.
And Gorillas just really, sorry, not Gorillas, Warriors just like really playing this grindy, kind of slow matchup, which is uncharacteristic. Both teams are quite quick and quite counter-explosive.
Yeah.
But like they just are finding themselves in these like no counters are hitting, so it's just who can throw the most and find that first hit. And
Nicky
Nicky
just
gets
trying to lay
taken
down
out.
that ball.
He lies down on it, protects Alex though.
Oh,
And Don finds
Donald.
a nice one.
Absolute wizardry, that one. Oh,
And he finds Joe as
another
well.
hit, another hit. Don just slipping between two balls somehow and putting a ball down on Matt's foot and then following it up with an excellent cross
With, like,
thought.
The stance of him doing a no look straight down into where Joe was not ready.
It's still a 4v5 against Gorillas currently.
And Warriors will be up on ball advantage. Jimmy lets it fly.
Taz taking it exactly when they need it as well.
Taking advantage of
That was
the chaos on the right side here from Jimmy and
He
just finding a catch on
put his
Georgia.
ball down, 2 hands in the air, and just plucked it out of the air. You hate to see it.
If you Taz, you love
Just
this.
BM. If you Taz watching the
It's just
replays, if you Taz watching the replays, it's a dream come true.
Taz finds Julia really doing his best to bring this set back for Gorillas.
He's been pretty quiet up to now, so it's good to see him switch on this set. I wonder if he will pull another.
Yeah,
no,
he has
or
had a
wants-
quiet half.
I think so. I haven't seen too much. But
And
this-
Gorillas bringing it back to 5v3 now.
a much better position for Gorillas here, especially if they can clinch this set. Oh, John looking for it. Alex hitting, I think, Lucy there and getting cleaned up.
Yep, and Russell got taken out by Taz.
Yep. Another hit for Taz. I think it's 3 this set. Including his catch.
Yeah.
Taz just ducking under it, looking for that catch. Oh, John. Just absolutely
Don
going full frog
flying.
mode. Yep.
He be flying.
He looked like he was doing one of those wall games. On expert.
Getting some hang time.
Yep. Oh, another
finds
excellent play there by Taz. Just ducking under, putting it right on Keenan's boot. Keenan trying to slip under. Oh,
There we go.
John nearly caught that stray first ball, but no, the team followed up. Okay, all of a sudden it's in reach for Gorillas. You really don't want to be fighting into the second half 4-1 down.
Yeah, exactly. Taz heard what we were saying and he's like, don't worry,
We're very happy with that result.
I'll bring the team back. I'll bring the team back.
Yep. Taz bringing it back from the brink.
Sorry for delays on graphics, everybody. I'm doing it and trying to commentate, so things will be missed.
We got any comments in the chat?
No, because the Australian government, you need to be a subscriber to... It's subscriber-only chat.
Goodness. Well, you can send us a letter if you like, guys.
But yeah, send us a fax.
Yeah.
My fax number is 8463 9749.
And mine's just 7. If you just send it to 7, never get to me.
Gorillas, good set, but like
Who do you chip going into the second half from what you've seen? Who
From
do you
what I've
who do you
seen,
feel is going to?
I would say Warriors solely because they seem like they're playing well together. Like that set, while good job Gorillas,
Yep.
that was off the back of just Taz
you're
being
right.
Taz.
Yeah. If Taz had got if they had got a sneaky 2-ball on Taz early on,
Yeah, like and
it might have been a different
taken
story.
him out, it could have
Yep.
been easily like in Warriors' favor.
I think Gorillas are very individually strong, aren't they?
Yeah.
Whereas I think you're right. I think there's a bit more teamwork out of Warriors.
I think pound for pound talent, like Gorillas have it on paper, but paper means nothing when you're actually playing the game, right?
I think you got a bit of synergy on Warriors. You got people who are going to back each other up. I mean, having said that, Gorillas back each other up very well.
Yeah, exactly.
And
if we see more out of that from Gorillas, like I think they just start steamrolling it.
yeah, I think Lucy's pretty gassed. I saw her holding her arm there. Joe is off for this set. You see a lot less pre-counters, I think.
Yes.
Even that, you see a rush going up from Gorillas, and they fumble the receive. You wonder about that because they're a team known for aggressive rushing.
Yeah.
Maybe they weren't planning to go defensive, but.
And I think Matt just
Yeah,
trying to shake off the.
pressure. You get into finals and it's very easy just to throw ground out, ground out, skyball, because you're putting everything you have into it. Ooh, okay, nothing there, nothing there. Ground and ground.
Ground and ground. And, you know, in your game earlier in the day, like their rushes were on. They were double rushing.
Yeah.
They were.
Oh, by that point,
you know?
I think they had us beat before they started double rushing.
Yeah.
I received the nasty end of one of those. Yeah, no, typically Gorillas are pretty aggressive single rushing.
And Taz with a nice cross counter. Mickey looking for a cross counter. Georgie coming
Taz
up.
connecting.
Georgie
Can
coming
you
up
get
being
blindsided
aggressive.
there? I think players are starting to get a bit tired.
I think so. It's been a long day.
Yeah, it's the second game for both teams. Lucy
And Vanessa.
getting doubled there. It was a sneaky time for a double. It was still like we're all in transition. I think maybe it was both just seeing that counter opportunity and taking it at the same time.
And they still end up with 3 balls. Like
Yeah, yep.
it's still like a trusting your team.
Yep.
Like
Maybe it was a blitz. I don't.
Yeah, maybe it
didn't
was
see
a blitz.
Typically, you don't blitz on ballless players as well. So
True.
you do wonder there if that was in fact a blitz. Okay, we've got 4 balls for Warriors. Wonder what they'll do
4
with this.
balls here. Tied up on players.
Yeah, okay. There's a double. Not quite. Ooh. A double in response as well. That again, you're seeing a lot of double counters on ballless players. It's interesting. It's an interesting tactic.
Yeah, maybe
and it seems effective.
it's working.
Yeah.
It's working for both teams.
And somehow they ended up with more balls than they started.
And a triple onto Nikki.
They're in a pretty
Flying
favourable
in.
position following that. Vanessa
Vanessa.
just ducking under that. Looking like she was caught out there, but saying nope.
It's all groovy. Four balls on the side of Warriors.
We got Don, we got Georgia Wynn, and we got Nessie left. Looking for something.
Georgia sends it a bit high. Jimmy just getting out of the way of that one.
He's a slippery player at the best of times. You got to really.
He is.
You really got to be a bit creative trying.
That's why I had him on my team for like 8 seasons, so I didn't ever have to verse him.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a good call. Yeah.
But now, it's pure anarchy.
Oh, exactly.
4 balls still on the side of Warriors. Don finding it. Taz with the cross court. Nessie sending the counter back in it, bouncing into Taz's lap. No catches will be called, and it'll be 4 balls on the side of Gorillas
You don't want a
now.
gorilla ending up with 4 balls.
And they
Committing
send the 3.
You got to wonder, like, you're down players by 2. You may not want to throw ball number 3, but maybe that was unintentional.
I think that may have been
Or maybe they were committing for that extra. It might have been I think it was a counter exchange.
trying to capitalize on the fact that Don looked down. He's not looking at the.
Oh,
He's not looking up.
Oh, Nessie getting caught. Not quite,
And
not
Matt
quite.
just doing his
No.
best.
Not wanting to give Georgia a shot on that one. You know what though? We talked about Warriors maybe being a bit more switched on in terms of teamwork, but you've got to say something for Gorillas being able to clutch. They're known for like really bringing it back from the brink, really pushing and digging deep when they need to.
Yeah, and that just comes down to like individual talent, right?
It comes down to individual like intensity. I think part of that talent and part of like that consistency that you see in good players is really just knowing when they need to switch it on and doing so in the moment.
So we are down by 1. We just need turn that gear, flip that switch, as it were.
That's it.
And just like Matt Reinhardt just there, going in, getting a catch, getting a hit, getting another hit.
Very much.
Like,
it's like having that right level of intensity on court. You don't want to be too fired up, because by the time you get, I don't want to say angry, but like you get too fired up, you're gonna be trying to throw too hard. It's going up, it's going down. That's what happens. Or you're too aggressive. You take silly risks.
Yeah.
Whereas if you hit that right level of focus, you're just very dangerous.
Yeah. You don't want to you want to get hype enough, but like you don't want the adrenaline to just take over everything, all your actions.
Yeah.
Because then that's when you throw to the sky or like, you know.
Yeah. Unless you hit that sweet spot and you string 3 hits together and then you follow up with a
and then you're just like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's when, you have that sweet moment of can't do any wrong. Happens occasionally.
So coming back, Warriors just called a timeout, naturally. Vanessa gets found, and that's a much better rush from Gorillas.
Yeah, that's kind of what you expect to see from Gorillas.
Just even before Nessie could take a step back, Lucy's there with the ball, ready, active, going. And they find a double onto Matt.
Oh, very nice. Nikki looked like a clean block from here, but must have been on hand or something like that.
And Nikki got found on the other side.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yep. It looked like he got ball to it, but not quite.
It would be Joe off for Gorillas this time.
Who are we missing for Warriors? Alex, Russell.
Russ.
Yeah.
Directly below us.
Yeah. It's 4-on-4. It couldn't be a more even game at this stage.
Yeah.
I think Gorillas coming in with a bit more momentum. The last couple of sets.
Yeah, just winning off 2 sets. But Keenan...
That's a nice hit from Keenan.
Yeah.
And I think that sends a message. You get your big hit, get it back.
Yeah. Get the refund. Also,
moving into the line with 4 balls.
Kind of in his chest, just being like, I'm going to throw...
And then
Julia finding a nice hit onto Rosie.
Getting a hit there from Julia. But I think a hit like that, you're sending that message. You're helping to bring that momentum back. I was just talking about how Gorillas had the upper hand. But then, you followed up with another hit. And all of a sudden, like... It feels as though Warriors in a much more favourable position. Yeah. Momentum's a big thing in dodgeball.
And it also gives that, like, it doesn't matter where I'm throwing it. I'm throwing it hard enough that you aren't catching.
That's it. And it's actually what we talked about earlier. It was just like a little bit too hard to be comfortable. Otherwise, if you put it in chest, Matt might have been capable of picking that up.
Absolutely. But it's like just slightly above, hard enough that it's bouncing straight off. You need to reaction, like trap that in.
You don't want to be that guy who throws it in someone's face. It looks like Alex is limping off at the moment. What do you think? Ankle?
I think
ankle.
Maybe he's done something, maybe strained his ankle or something.
He is notorious for hurting himself.
He does love a good injury. And Keaton jumping extremely high, but Taz just reading the play.
I remember Sunday Grand Final, Alex warming up, did his thumb or something like that.
Yeah.
Like literally just about to step into a Grand Final.
Kai throwing it like 70% to warm up.
Yeah.
Taz finding another nice hit onto Julia.
Meanwhile, back on court, we got Gorillas.
Looking for the double.
Coming back in. Oh, very close.
Jimmy just
very close. On
Taz
both sides
doing a sneaky play. Yeah. Him looking over to Jimmy and pointing at Georgia, thinking that like they're going to double her.
Oh, why not?
And they go for the double on Don instead.
Why not? You got to try and throw him off when... We all know what's going on. Oh, that's
and
a nice
Don with
cross.
A nice cross.
Very nice cross from Don. Well placed, well timed. And the punish came through from Taz. Didn't want that cross court to happen, but it still went ahead and Don was ready for him.
Exactly. And a nice...
Good to see. It's good form.
Taz with a nice jump.
He does go down a lot. So look, that was good placement by Georgia and Don. And like we talked about earlier, the mix-up from Taz, recognizing his own patterns, picking his feet up.
All these players just going, you know, Julia as well. I go down so much. Let's mix it up.
Oh.
Just going wide from Georgia there.
Yeah. Came in pretty late there. Don looking for it. That was a good throw. Don getting the ball back. Is he going to get it in time? Instead of looking for that block,
and he just places it down instead of. This isn't cloth, Don. This is not cloth. You can't take the ball off with you.
I think he was frustrated with himself.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, Georgia looking. It was a good look. I think if she had just got across to it, it was probably her best shot.
That is 3 straight sets from Gorillas.
Yeah, that's that momentum. We got the momentum shift from Keenan. Came back, a couple of good hits from Jimmy and Taz working together. I think Taz, honestly, he has really brought it.
Taz is really MVPing this.
At least the last, I want to say, like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say 10, 12 minutes or so.
Yeah. So it was
Definitely
just
bringing it hard, and that will be a false start from Don.
a
Yeah.
false start.
Nicky not even attempting to run, he knows what happens.
Of course, that one warning, if they do have another one, don't start off, they'll restart. Or
Whoever false started.
Yep. Oh no, what on earth?
Wait, what?
That was a mess. Nicky not understanding. Not picking that ball up either.
I have no idea
It's
what
hard
is
to watch
going
right now.
on.
It's hard to watch. But in the midst of it, get a good hit out of Nicky onto Matt. I got hiccups.
So I literally have no.
All right.
Don finds a
Don
nice hit on Matt
getting it.
Reinhardt before he gets out though.
Yep. I mean, look, it was a bit of a mess for a start there for the Warriors, and they came out.
They still came out nice.
2-1 up.
Yeah, 2-1 up.
So you got to be happy with that.
Keenan,
Ooh.
Nicky letting it fly.
Not
I
quite
just
connecting.
don't really understand how you miscommunicate that opening rush though.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm not sure. Maybe not realizing we had. I don't know.
Maybe Nicky thinking Don was the person running the outside.
Julia. It's a much more aggressive pace for Warriors here.
Yeah.
Maybe making some unforced errors as a result.
I think they're getting pulled into the
and they don't
into
want
the
to. I
aggressive
think,
gameplay.
I think from what I've seen of these teams, I feel like the Gorillas are better in the quick
Yes.
pace, or at least exclusively quick pace games. Oh my
Whoa,
goodness.
nice double there,
Lucy
almost
just,
running. Vanessa
Lucy
with a
just
nice
slipping out of the
lead.
way. Really good follow up on the dodge there from Lucy. Like you see the big dodge and then you see the twist, and I guess that's one of the things that makes it such a potent, like a difficult.
secondary
person to get up.
dodges.
The secondary, you move and then you're ready to keep moving. Oh, that was very nearly a
Vanessa
double
gets
coming off
found.
Nessie, nearly coming onto Nicky's back. Would have been a clutch catch, but you just. I think there's a couple of injuries on the Warriors, to be honest. We've got Nessie icing her finger, having just come off court, ice straight onto the finger. We've got Alex, I'm not even sure where he disappeared to, but I feel as though I saw him limping off.
Feel like he's
Maybe an ankle injury.
and Taz.
Taz, it did
getting
sound like 2 hits there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Taz knowing that came through the block. That's big though. Taz has been pretty clutch, as we said, in the last sort of 10 minutes. Good dodge from Keenan, not really falling for that.
Jimmy coming up, making sure
Even 3-3 here.
even 3-3
Momentum's about,
playing field
about
right
even.
now.
Yep. Ooh, Nicky
Nice
not quite
block
getting.
from Rosie.
Ooh.
Nice
Another-
block
a
from
good
Georgia
block from
and
Georgia.
getting out of the way of the
We've got
double
4
bringing.
balls now for Warriors. I wonder what they'll do with this.
4 balls on the side of Warriors.
Pick them up,
Like
balls in hand.
if you, I think you just go for a double here.
Double,
Maybe
you
on-
reckon? Wonder who they'll target. Oh, they went for
Look,
Jimmy, and it was honestly
That was solid. That
it was a good attempt.
Yeah, that was.
That was a good setup. We got him moving from Georgia's throw. Oh, Nicky just saying bye.
Yeah, your face is no longer.
He's just
on.
like a trebuchet.
Yeah.
Just winds up and just pulls the lever and just lets it rip.
And then just another solid double from the side of Georgia and Keenan. Like Georgia's ball just getting him to move, and Keenan almost finding it every single time.
Yeah, looking
We just
really
need to get
tight.
that laser focus
Yeah.
in a little bit
I
more.
think it's much better than the start of this set. Keenan blocking that very well, getting down onto that. And look, that 4 balls back in the hands of Warriors. I wonder if we'll see another good double here.
We do have just under 9 minutes.
Oh! That, to me, looked like a hit.
I think that
Yep,
was a hit.
Yep,
Jimmy has walked
Jimmy
off.
taking it. Looked like an elbow from here. Definitely looked like an elbow, but at the end of the day, it's the ref's call. We've called him out. Rosie's yelling from
He
the
has-
sidelines that the Gorillas have called him out.
He has already been called out by his team. So.
Yep. Team saying that it hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked definitely like an elbow from
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
Slipping under the block.
And I think
Yep.
Lockie also called him. His shirt hit the line. I think.
Oh, really? Yeah. He did lay down on the back of that one. Yep. Okay, looks like we're playing on. We're going to get
We are playing
feet
on.
off
It
the
will
line here.
be Lucy V3.
This is just my worst nightmare. Lucy's last in. She's holding 3 balls.
But it's not a 1v1 this time.
We just bad shagged that, unfortunately.
Yep, unfortunate
Maybe
shag.
a little bit of sabotage from the Sabres shagger Jenny there. Perhaps not. Who knows?
Lucy just winding up, probably looking for a cross. Yep.
I wonder if they'll triple or double here. I reckon we might see a double.
We definitely see double. I think there'll be a pre-counter coming out from Lucy.
No, just a single.
Just a single. And does the right play, sees that ball coming across, doesn't throw, don't give up 4 balls.
She's incredibly patient, Lucy. Probably part of the secret of her longevity on court. And look, your team's up. You see Lucy left in. You're probably in a situation that you want to be in. Oh, and
Nikki gets found.
Just insane. Like, not only just slipping out of the way of every throw that comes her way, but always ready to follow up, always ready to close the distance.
And it will be 5 balls for Lucy. She does look a little bit gassed. Not gonna lie to you.
I don't know what to tell you, man. These young players, they have more stamina than I ever did.
True.
I think she comes from gymnastics. Probably it.
Yeah. Oh, she comes from javelin throwing.
Javelin throwing?
I believe.
I'm sure that she did a bunch of track and field too, that sort of thing. Usually you do the whole package.
Yeah, usually do.
Yep.
To find which one you
Certainly much fitter than most of us.
Yeah, look.
It's just not fair when players like her and Nikki that are actual, they go to the gym and too fit for us, you know.
Go to the gym.
I know, right?
Warriors here, Georgia, and a nice double there. Finally.
Keenan is hard to block, and you've got to wonder if she's getting a bit tired.
And I'll say it again, some nice team play coming out from Keenan and Georgia. Like Georgia just distracting enough where Keenan is, or the other way around. Keenan has a very powerful throw, distracting enough so the other can just come in and find that hit.
I think really good synergy from the Warriors. It's good to see.
And it will be 4-4, and I just realized halftime has been on the screen for this entire time. Julia finding a nice trade onto Taz. And you take that. You literally take that every time if you're Julia.
Especially he's been really hot the last, we said about 12 minutes. Now he's been a bit cold for the last 3, but they've managed to shut him out of the game, which is really a lot of these big games, and that's a big part. You need a little bit greedy for that ball rolling back. You'd like to sort of just stay in the game.
Have Warriors been playing? They've had 3 girls on court.
They've had
Did
3
they have
girls on court for
last set as well.
For about I want to say 3-4 sets now at least.
Yeah, okay.
Alex has been out at least since halftime.
Yeah, I think it's just because people are getting out of the rush, so I'm not paying attention to things. But 4-5. And Keenan just found him on the back of the shoe there.
Just coming through under the ball, just clipping the bottom of the shoe. You hate to see it. Warriors needing something here.
Going for a nice curve. Jimmy going for a spin.
Trying to slip it through, but not quite. Messi surviving. Jimmy looking for something in his girlfriend. Well, a fair bit of girlfriend on boyfriend action in this one.
And Jimmy just dodging out of court there.
Just a lot of couples on court in general. We got Dawn and Georgia left and right wing right now for girls. We got Warriors, and we got
Matt and
Rosie in the middle on Gorillas over there.
Lucy and Alex reversing each other. Jimmy and Vanessa reversing each other.
Goodness, it's
Joe and Matt are Joe and Matt. Julia's Julia. Keenan's Keenan.
Oh yeah.
And there we go.
The bros.
The bros.
The bromance.
Nice dodge from Don. Gets a nice bait. Good. Baits for the 5th ball there. Really smart play.
You don't usually see that from Lucy. Giving that ball up when probably didn't need to. She doesn't lose control very much.
And Don gets found.
What a terrible result for Warriors. Coming to the line with 5 balls.
Did Georgia get hit?
Georgia got caught actually by Lucy. Lucy squaring up on that. And just
bringing Taz back in.
Yeah.
Vanessa needing to find some big stuff here. Finds a nice hit.
It's a very nice hit by
Still
Nessie.
got 3 balls.
They're not ready to pull the plug on this set yet. Nessie's got the freedom. She can take her time on this. No.
And she does get difficult.
It's probably that injury that she was nursing earlier, encouraging her to drop that. Probably lost a bit of that grip strength, maybe a finger.
And she's got tiny hands to begin with.
She does. But you see, I think she's having to play with her hand then, clearly in a bit of pain there.
Grinding through.
So I think
It looks like Vanessa's going to run. Are they going to rush behind to Nikki?
Okay, it's interesting.
No? Okay, Nikki just is there.
Oh, okay. Nearly connecting on Taz. Taz very lucky that Julius, sorry, not quite on the right line there. He did open himself up.
Yeah.
Perhaps it was all part of his plan.
Keenan just letting it fly.
Ooh, that had
Matt
a lot of
Reinhardt
spin in
letting
it,
it
that
fly.
one.
A big curvy boy.
Turned the corner around. When it got past Nikki, it asked for directions and it turned left.
And
I'm not
Don
sure about that one on
finds
Nikki.
Joe.
That looks pretty. Must have been ball there. Ref's not calling it.
Yeah,
Must
they
have been
were
ball
looking
into
in that
ground.
direction. So it
Certainly
must
there
have
was a hit on the other side for Joe.
been- And a double onto Taz, not finding him. Don and Julia not able to find the hit. 4 balls here. Taz just
Good
throws
dodge by
one.
Nikki. You got to get out of the way of those.
And it will be 3 balls on the side away.
Every solo throw to a solo dodge, that's just one more ball they have to throw to get some ground, like to
Yeah.
make up some ground. You know? Good movement by Don.
Great movement by Don.
Yeah.
A nice jump.
Really
getting-
just ball in hand, but he just ducks and weaves.
Yeah,
and
getting his back, like,
It's a really good example of like you got a ball, you don't need a block. You just
and a nice catch.
Nikki clutching that catch out. There was a hit over there on Lucy. May have grounded out. I didn't quite get eyes on that one, but
Yeah,
she seemed to think that it had.
And
It
I'm
was
pretty sure
certainly
I
low to
did hear a
ground.
whistle when it happened.
They definitely whistled it.
Rosie with a nice hit, finding a nice foot shot.
Messi just not quite getting down to that.
Just getting caught slipping.
Yep.
Sending it in,
Nikki
finding Nikki.
not quite getting that one in the pocket from Nikki. Okay, we got Warriors with 4. Moving the line. What are they going to do with this one? Ooh, we actually see a
Taz.
rebound. Don, Taz's block coming off into Rosie. It was a good throw by Don. And look, a good block by Taz, but just not into the direction that you want.
Into your teammate.
And I think it only just skimmed Rosie
Yeah,
as well.
it looked like it skimmed shirt rather than maybe.
Oh no.
Matt just plucks
Oh.
George's ball out of the air.
Georgia's shaking her head. She wouldn't have been happy with that one. Trying to put it out of reach, but he just said, no, I'll have that. Got good hands.
He goes, I can jump. White man can jump.
Yep. It's tough. You step on the court, and if you're not hitting that benchmark of 80 Ks like we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
it's a real struggle. But teamwork,
But a nice double.
bit of teamwork from
Joe.
Julia and Keenan. Keenan really synergizing well with our ladies.
Yeah,
He's
truly.
He's
He's
just
just got.
knack of syncing up. Ooh, no! You hate to see
And
it.
it
You hate to
bounces
see it.
into
Me,
Julia's
I'm so
leg.
sorry. It was the commentator's curse again. Talking about how well Keenan's syncing up with our ladies, rebounding off into one of them.
30 seconds left here.
Don's got to do something.
Don versus 2.
Don
he
might
does
leave
need
that.
to win
He
this.
doesn't. You could have probably left that ball to roll back. Now they're going to come to line with 4. You expect to see a double from Gorillas.
And he finds a nice hit onto Taz
Don
there.
absolutely just says, no, I know you're going to double me, and I decide that I'm going to hit you. Don getting ball to that. All right, we're going to go to sudden death.
And he will be sudden death.
Don very deftly turning that 2v1 into a 1v1.
Don
We're going
being-
to decide this in overtime by the looks of it.
If Don wins here, we go to a 4-minute overtime, not sudden death.
You know that's what the people want. You got to give the people what they want.
More dodgeball is always best dodgeball.
And you want to see that overtime. And not that would actually not even be sudden death. That would be straight.
That would be
overtime.
straight dodgeball.
Yep.
66.
This of course is sudden death, so you won't see any blocking.
Yes.
Here. Ooh.
Don capitalizing
No.
here.
Ooh, it's a dangerous position. Oh, Don getting up
A
over
nice jump.
it. Don getting a little bit
Don getting a
bit
look.
agitated. He
It
wants
was
the ball where he wants the ball.
It was
I
a
think.
very unfortunate.
Ooh, very, very close there.
Joe almost
Joe
looking
just
at
getting his ball
blocking
out of the
that.
way. Don moving. Don moving.
And it's a line
Woo!
fault. Look, not to take away from Don, those were some beautiful dodges.
They very much were.
But Joe just stepping over the line there,
Yeah.
Marty calling him out.
Yep. Just hanging in. It was a battering from both sides, just managing to slip out of the way of some dangerous throws. And now, as we said earlier, we're going to go overtime. It's going to be a 4-minute set. At the end of that 4 minutes, we can potentially see a second sudden death. But of course, if a team does get a point, like the first team to get a point here will be the winning team and premiers for our 2022 Division 1 Saddle, South Australian Dodgeball League.
Okay, so we don't have an overtime overlay, so we'll just try to keep it, make sure that we remind people that it's overtime.
Yep, no worries.
4-minute set, no sudden death. Last team standing wins, basically. Whoever wins this point wins.
Yep.
If the 4 minutes goes down, we will go, just like normal, go into sudden death. Whoever wins, wins.
It's a real nail biter, and this is really the game. This is the game we wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
You hate to see a grand final go one way or the other without a fight.
Exactly.
And there's certainly been a lot of fights from both teams here. Been a lot of swings and roundabouts in the momentum.
Swims and Rimbledons, as they say in
Swims
Scotland.
And Rimbledons. I like that. I'm going to have to use that.
Swings and roundabouts. Swings and Rimbledons.
Let's see if the Warriors can get a hit here. They're coming up to the line before. They just missed Lucy.
Taz!
Catching Don! That's devastating.
That is really unfortunate.
Yeah, look, I wonder if...
Nicky getting found from a nice double from Reinhardt. Shag is slipping a little bit. Keenan's just trying to reach behind him and find a ball.
Yep. I think Warriors are going to have to just hang on here. No, another hit on Nessie. Let's see, we've got Georgia Wynn, we've got Julia Maiden, we've got Keenan McKay, all just hanging in there.
Chilling.
I'm picturing that kitten poster.
Oh, hanging on the wire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Hang in there, baby.
Yep.
And we need
our teeth for this game. We need to see something.
We need to see some good hits, or we need to see some catches.
We leave that. We leave those. That's
yeah,
gone.
we leave
That's
that
gone.
every time.
Yep.
Julia pressuring up when she really doesn't need to. Come back.
No, that's fine. She was ready. She was ready for that block. She loves those.
She loves a good block.
Yep.
Joe,
from Joe,
flying it high.
Yep. Deciding to throw into the sky. One for Jesus.
One for Jesus.
It's a nerve-wracking. Oh,
and Taz!
No. That's a big hit.
Finding across.
That's a big old hit. And look, he's so hard to deal with. Those cross guards coming out. Julia's choice there. Take the punish, and you throw on a solo on Taz, who's got no ball. What? There's not a scenario you want to be in.
Yeah. You want to find him tripping over. That's when you want to solo throw at him. And even then, it's like a 25-30% chance he'll just catch you anyway.
Yep. Yeah, and you can just feel Gorillas saying, "Don't give that catch up."
Yeah, don't be stupid.
Yep.
Like we're up.
Yep.
6 players to 2.
Yep. Maybe they may even want to take it into sudden death.
Yeah.
These are both players who can block. Julia just demonstrating there. So they may well want to take it into the sudden death. Oh, Matt saying, "No, I want to play some dodgeball."
Julia doing a
block there from both.
Doing a really smart. Something I think good, that's good from Cloth. When you're in this scenario, she's just blocking balls back to them. It's like, keep throwing at me so I can find a good reason that you're putting it in my catching pocket. If you force them to, and
Georgia wanting that, but it's just got placed too low for her. It's excellent positioning by Taz on that throw.
Nice shot on the legs.
Yeah. Georgia, it was a good dodge by Georgia.
And it will be.
And that is it.
Them finding a
see
hit.
a Gorillas win. The Glen side Gorillas, I believe.
Glen
Waverley,
side. Who knows? Anyway, Glen Waverley Gorillas sister club are winning. 6-5 will be the final score. Really tight match.
Yeah.
Really good match.
A good season from Warriors. Were they coming in as third? I believe they were.
They'd have to be.
Yeah. Warriors coming in as third and losing in overtime to a very strong Gorilla side.
And really having a good showing against, in regular season, they went 1-1, I'm pretty sure. Gorilla beat them once, Warriors beat them once. So
that's a good result.
And to only go down by 1 in OT, look, shout out to Taz. He
really brought it.
In the second half of the game, he just really started destroying everybody. Really getting really nice cross courts, really nice catches, really good defensively.
And just when they needed them the most, I think.
Yeah, and just really bringing it out.
But overall, very good performance from everyone on court. Hope you all enjoyed. Excellent showing. Excellent final.
Yeah. So that's all from us. Hope to see you at the next Saddle. I don't know when Saddles starts again.
I believe we're having a
Is
big
it-
old
is
chat after tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's maybe like March-ish next year. So like 5 to 6 months. So hope to see you guys there.
Yep.
Sign up if you haven't signed up, if you live in Adelaide, because it's a good time.
In the meantime, you'll have to watch some of the highlights from this season.
Yeah, we've got
Tide you
highlights
over.
going up.
Yep.
But thank you for joining us, and this is David Meaden and Jug Ryan Phillips. Peace and out.
Cheers, guys.